Hi, TJ here. I'd like to pass on some helpful hints when I think it's worthwhile. And today's lesson I call Ropeology. I don't know about you, but I have 3 huskies, so I'm always trying to find some kind of leash, necklines. The need for different ropes is endless, and you can spend a fortune trying to find the right size leash that you need. There's flat leashes, there's ribbons, there's the retractable ones. But the only problem with all of that is they're usually very expensive, and they come in preset sizes like 6 foot, 12 foot, 15, 25. And maybe you don't need a 6 foot lead, you need 6 foot 7 3/8 inches for some reason. I mean, you never know what you're going to need. So what I'm going to do is show you a way to make your own leashes and save a lot of money. So I'm going to set up the camera for a close-up and show you how you can do this on your own. Alright, so how exactly does this work? Okay, closest thing I can tell you is it's like the Chinese finger puzzles. What we have here is 5/16 polypropylene hollow core rope, and I bought 25 feet for $10. And let's say we want to make a 4 foot or 2 foot for our purpose neckline for whatever reason. You can buy these fittings also on Amazon. They come in different prices, anywhere from $1 to $4. I happen to like the brass ones because they don't corrode. They if you have salted streets in the winter, that salt water will corrode your basic cheapy chrome ones, but it's really up to you what you want to spend. So anyway, what you do with this hollow rope, let me get this out of the way. Let's say we want to make a neckline of one of these sizes here. All you do is figure out your loop, and how far this goes back inside usually depends on what kind of bend you're making. You have to play trial and error with it, but just for the point of demonstration, I'll show you. It comes with the ends taped and melted slightly, but you don't have to worry about it. What we're going to do, let's say that we want to put this hasp on this end of the rope. Okay, so I want to go at least 6 inches back, and you figure that out. And what you're going to do is you're going to push this until it expands. Now they make little tools, but basically all it is similar to a pencil. You could probably use a pencil just as well. So you get inside the braid and you make a nice hole, and you push on it until it all expands. Then you hold that, you take your end and you feed it back inside. Keep expanding it. Just keep working it. What I'm doing is holding the center and then spreading it out. So now I have my loop about where I want it, and I begin to stretch it out again. And there we go. The harder you pull on this, it causes the outside braid to squeeze down on the inside braid. So you don't have to glue it or anything. Okay, so there's one end. So let's say I want to make it this long for whatever reason. It's real simple to cut. Scissors. Now I don't have any, just a second. I don't happen to have any black tape with me, let's say. It's no problem. You can melt the end with a lighter, and you might want to use gloves. I don't need to. Make a nice melted point on that. Let it cool for a little bit. Alright. Same thing again. We're going to make this in a short neckline for whatever reason. I kind of visualize where I want my loop at and how much slack I want put inside of it. So I'm going to call it right there. Again, we open the braid, get a starter hole. Let's move it back a little bit. Okay. Now I have a nice hole to start with. If I can keep it there. Okay, I'm feeding that back in. Spread it out. Now I got my other end. And you get to this point and you're saying, oh my god, I forgot to put the other connector on. Well, there's two things you could do. You could just spread this out, pull the loop back out, feed it through, or maybe you want a quick change. So we have this, no problem. Feed that through, goes around, pulls down. Now we have this end. It still swivels, still works like it's supposed to. Thing is very strong. And there we've got our lead. Okay, so suppose we want to change this end for whatever reason, which is a good idea to have quick disconnect. We want to take a carabiner for whatever reason. Now you can switch ends. You've got a carabiner on one end and a clip on the other. You can make pretty much everything works the same way. So this happens to be a store-bought tug line for 2 dogs. It pretty much just it's up to your imagination what you can do once you learn this. You've got carabiner to hook to your sled or bike. In this case, they put a bungee cord for a shock absorber. It comes out for 2 dogs. I don't know if you can see it all. But we got a split for 2 dogs. They have the quick ends. You can fit that right on there. You're ready to go. So basically, for $20 I can build all kinds of leads, and the best way to test them when you're finished is I usually wrap it around something I can't move, maybe a doorknob or on a heavy door or table leg of something really heavy, and pull on it as hard as I can and see if it comes loose. You want to test it because if you don't get enough inside, it could slip loose, and you sure don't want your husky running down the street. But you can make any size lead you want, any configuration, and it's all based on the old Chinese finger puzzle idea. Hope that helps you. It saves me a lot of money and I can make exact lengths. In this case, I needed a little bit longer tie to my bike for Nikki because she's shorter and Cooper, who's taller, so I was able to make the exact length I need to work with my bike. Anyway, that's Ropeology. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.